Hey, it's Chris Line. I'm here with Radar Roy today, and we're going to give you a step-by-step process of how to make a YouTube video properly, a YouTube video that's a success, and a YouTube video that ranks very well, not just in YouTube, but in Google search. We have 4 case studies today, 3 case studies that should have been successes, except each one made one little mistake. And we're going to show you what that mistake was and how not to make it. And we're going to show you a 4th case study that succeeded highly, but not because he did anything right, but because he did nothing wrong. So before we get started, I want you to take the time and step back, and I don't want you to believe a thing I'm going to tell you. In fact, I don't want you to ever believe a thing any SEO expert is ever going to tell you again, because I want you to always go and verify that these SEO guys' claims actually have value. And also, I don't want you to expect to see the same results as I do. So first of all, you're going to verify in the future that claims SEO experts make are true by using the free Google keyword search term traffic tool. You simply use a Google search and find Google free keyword tool. If you use AdSense, if you use AdWords, you already use that keyword tool to research traffic competition numbers. Google free keyword tool. You can use this tool to see how much search traffic Google themselves expects from a particular search term. So when you see SEO guys claim to, gee, I have these great rankings for some term like I make money in my underwear, you can go to this free Google keyword search term traffic tool and find out that that term only has 16 searches per month, and no one wants it but the guy that ranks under number 1 under it and claims to be such a success at doing so. And secondly, I don't want you to expect to see the same results that I'm going to be showing you here about YouTube, because if you're using the same browser that you use every day to use Google for normal things or for Gmail, or say if you have a Google account to log in for Gmail or AdSense or anything like that, you're getting highly customized search results in your Google search results in your browser. This is based on whether or not you have Google software installed on your machine, like Google Earth or the Google Toolbar. Whether or not you're logged into Google or not, your results are customized by your search history. And even if you're not logging into Google, you're still seeing customized results by geolocation, by search history within the browser, and within Google cookies that we all accept and are a natural part of using any sites. So Google's not doing anything malicious here. They're simply trying to give you a better search result customized by what you're really interested in. But if you're going to check rankings in Google results, you don't want a customized result. You want something as near to the natural Google algorithm as can be possible. So what you want to do is use a browser that you never ever log into Facebook, Google, anything with, and only use it when you want to check results. So to verify my results about these Google YouTube rankings that we're going to be talking about, you're going to want to Google a couple terms and make sure I'm telling you the truth. So you want to download a secondary browser that's also a pretty good browser, something like Safari or Opera, and then just simply use that browser to double check rankings and claimed results. And also, one last thing is, the gurus don't just get YouTube. They don't understand the power of it, and they're just now really starting to come around. We just saw Onyx Signal support Sean Donahoe with a YouTube product. We're seeing YouTube Secret Weapon, which is the only YouTube product I can recommend besides my own. Where we're seeing slowly but surely more and more gurus beginning to catch on that there's a huge viral marketing engine within YouTube, and that you can get really high ranking Google results that you may not be able to achieve otherwise with your blogs or your websites. But for now, the gurus just don't get YouTube. And for right now, there's a huge opportunity for us, normal people, to get some rankings that we maybe might not be able to get otherwise, or even have the time to put the effort into getting. So the next thing we're going to talk about here, let's get right to the heart of things, how videos are ranked by YouTube and how those videos can appear in Google results where there's as much as 10 to 20 times the traffic. Here's how Google rankings are built on the YouTube algo. And this is full views of the video. You need to get a video viewed beginning to end. If someone bounces halfway through the middle because you lose them, or because you bored them to death, or because they weren't interested, well, that's not a positive indicator. Full view, that's a good indicator. Next, comments. You want to get as many comments as possible. The more comments you get, the higher your ranking. Thumbs up ratings, one of the easier ones to get, but not something people seem to be doing a lot lately. I used to see a lot of ratings when it was a 5-star system, but now that you've got a thumbs up or a thumbs down system, I'm seeing a lot less ratings. For some reason, people like the 5-star rating better. They change it to thumbs up, and I'm seeing a lot less thumbs up ratings. More thumbs up ratings you get, the higher you rank. And there are 7 other indicators of quality. We just covered 3 of the top and best ones to get. There's 7 other things that can occur over the course of someone viewing your video that's going to give you higher rankings. So let's get to the meat of it here. First of all, we're going to take a look at Rocky's snow day video. It's very important to note here that this is a very good video. And you can find this on YouTube by searching Rocky, R-O-C-Q-U-E, Snow Day. What's important about Rocky is she found her voice. She told a story in about 3 minutes with some music in the background, some pictures, and some simple captions. And she tells a story about how it snowed in her backyard in Southern California. And she tells a story about how it's really quiet, no one's out. She takes good still shot pictures with a decent camera on a tripod, so that the quality is high, and her pictures are 1280 pixels by 720, so they fill the screen in the YouTube player. Your minimum resolution quality when you render your video and when you take still shot pictures has to be 1280 by 720. Otherwise, you get those black bands down the side, and we've kind of come to expect that widescreen resolution and that filling of the video player. It just makes it a whole lot more attractive. It kind of says you know what you're doing. And Rocky talks about how she feeds these birds in her backyard, and she is a bird feeder, but it's all snowed in and they can't get to it. And she talks about not being able to find her car. She talks about walking through the snow and seeing her footprints behind her, all in still frames with little captions. Definitely go search Rocky Snow Day video and check it out. And the good news is that she does find her car and she does feed her birds. The bad news is that she targeted the wrong search term. If she'd simply used Snow Day, California, instead of just the word Snow Day, she would have come up in searches surrounding the snow in California while it was happening. Instead, she was completely left out of that search. And you can see in the screenshot here that there's only videos with a few comments and somewhere between 300 and 1,200 views. She could have easily been at the top of that. And here in the next screenshot, we see a snow day in California. This girl anticipated this snow day by 5 days and made a video about driving around in her car prior to the snow day. Look at the screenshot. There isn't even any snow. But because she targeted the terms ahead of time and made a funny video, she pulled 7,454 views in 4.5 days before it even snowed. Now, if Rocky had simply targeted the right term, she could have caught her. She would have certainly been more interesting. I bounced right out of this video as soon as I saw there wasn't actually any snow. And that one mistake cost Rocky probably a very successful video. So, great video, great story, good imagery, short, quick, fun video with a nice tune behind it. It failed simply because she did not add one more word geo-targeting that snow day to news around a huge trending term about snow in California. Next video, my friend Debbie Dusick, a very skilled marketer and a very smart woman, was attending New Year's Eve 2011 in Sydney in a friend's backyard overlooking the harbor. So we had the harbor in the greatest collection of fireworks ever, and here on a hill overlooking it in a huge backyard in a mansion overlooking Sydney Harbor, we had Debbie Dusick with her camera. Perfect setup to a viral video that should have gotten 100,000 to 500,000 views. Here's where Debbie Dusick made her one little mistake. Even though she was there for this great fireworks presentation, even though she followed all my step-by-step advice that I gave her on how to do this right, I didn't get a hold of the link to the video because she simply published the video and didn't tell anyone about it. So I didn't know anything about it. I did not hear about the video until 16 hours after the event occurred, which was actually the night before New Year's Eve here in the U.S. Sydney is in not just the next time zone, but the next time zone all the way around the world, basically. So they're somewhere around 16 hours ahead of various parts of the United States. So by the time I heard about her video and got a link to it, we had already seen another video appearing at the top of a YouTube search with 3,283 views. This was at 1:30 in the afternoon, New Year's Eve, 2010, here in Arizona. I was already 3,283 views behind helping her catch this video. It was already over, and I knew it, and she should have known it shortly thereafter after I sent her an email saying, "Where have you been all day?" The next problem with her video was I went over to Dig to see what kind of bookmarks it was getting, and immediately I found that same video that was 3,283 ahead of her at that same time to have 93 digs and about this far from Dig's front page. It was definitely over. There was no way we could help my friend, my YouTube friend, and my social sharing friend, as all of your friends in and around YouTube should be, because these people do want to help you with their videos. But you have to tell them about it, and you have to tell them about it before your competition outruns you. And we couldn't even help her in social media with StumbleUpon or Dig to get exposure. We'd already been beat there by other posts about her competition's video. They wanted to tell her story because it was a real person's story. Instead, they told someone else's because it was already there ahead of her.